EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to one of the great cities of the world, London, England.
Is upon us. It's week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line.
And he's going to be out of bounds here as the run back will leave him shy of the 20-yard line.
They go play action now. Lawrence.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence.
Catch made there by Travis. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 6. Lawrence going to throw again.
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Pushes past him.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They go play action with Lawrence.
Steps away. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. Now the first carry here for the running back. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. Now a first carry here for their running back. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. The gain of 5 that time gives them the conversion and makes it 1st and goal. A stop there on 3rd. They could have held them to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on 1st and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there. And I go right at them with another momentum play. I go quickly and attack them because right now they probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't stop them on 3rd down.
And they'll run again.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great play there.
His 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away.
Go. 14. Mike 14. Go. Check. Out. Run the ball. Ready, go.
On the ground, it's Irving to start the drive.
An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Jags grab it. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Partner, on my spot sheets, I highlighted turnover margin because we remember they turned it over 4 times last week. So another one here in the first quarter. This isn't the way they want to go.
No, not even close. And it's not something they even imagine because the amount of time that we know that they spend in practice talking about what they need to get done, working on it, showing them how to take care of the football, and emphasizing what it means in terms of winning. They've got to just be puzzled right now that they're not taking care of the ball better.
And this is going to be intercepted. A big seam, and he might go all the way. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, it turns out it's not their offense who gets him on the board first, CD. It's the defense coming through right there with a pick 6.
And I know from experience throughout the week when you go against the offense, you're challenging them all the time. You're letting them know, hey, don't worry about scoring this week. We'll take care of it. We'll get a few pick 6s and score ourselves. You're just kidding? But how about what he just did right there? Laid it out for the rest of the game. We scored. Hey, offense, can you keep up with us?
Taken at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. They'll keep it on the ground. Fulton. That's a good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line.
The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12. Well, CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Up the middle they go. Middleton, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
And now they'll throw it with Lawrence.
On the move to his left.
Got an open man here, and it's K.J. Hamler.
And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. It'll be a gain of 5. And now we've got a 3rd and 3.
Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. On 3rd down, Fulton, and he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2.
Wow, partner, it's almost a little jarring to see a holder set up on the other side of midfield. I haven't brought out my binoculars to make sure on that one, but that is showing an awful lot of confidence in a kicker to try and hit from 61 yards. and this one winds up no good.
And they'll get him down here at about the 42. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Once again, it's Irving. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30.
A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Here's a give to Bigsby.
Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all.
Sidney Brown in on the tackle. These two teams met up earlier in the year, back in week 4, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home.
Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
He'll find Shaheed out to the right, and he will cover up as he's touched down after a short gain.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Tucker's kick is good, and they take the lead here now at 10-7.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And the last time that they were on the field, a little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You always feel like you want to get it in the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goalpost, so.
It does test the mental processes of a team, though, doesn't it? Because when you miss a field goal, it's amazing how fast they want to turn on the guy kicking the ball. But you need to keep his confidence up because how many times have we seen games where it comes down to the stretch? And guess what? You need that guy to make the big kick for your team to move on or to win a game. Make sure you keep him happy. Make sure you keep him comfortable.
I'm sure you always treated the kicker nicely, though, right?
You know, truthfully, I did.
Good.
I always did because those guys, they won us a whole lot of games.
On play action, Lawrence. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion.
Play action, it's Lawrence.
And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at 148-yard line and ended at the other. On 2nd down, Temple. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
On 3rd down, Temple. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. And And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And as a result, possession switches hands. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Now a 2nd and 10. Straight ahead, it's Irving.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score.
Now a 3rd and 6. Now they'll change things around before the snap.
On 3rd down, Branch.
And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35.
17 yards on the pickup there, and also a 1st down. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Here's 2nd and 3. Handoff running left, Irving.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
On 1st and 10, here's Irving. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. 58 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground with Irving.
The Butte, and he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown.
Bucky Irving
with career touchdown number 60.
And the Monarchs will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half, and now to give us momentum going into the second half, give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
And he will get into the end zone, so the lead stretches from 9 up to 11. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
This will be fielded in the end zone, but he'll decide against bringing it out, so they'll take over at the 30.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Lawrence will throw.
Looking left side, and it's complete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Now Lawrence on 1st down.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, You really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. They'll run on first down. Branch. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Looking to throw. That is incomplete.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free. They'll look to throw here.
That'll be taken in by Shaheed.
And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
And that will wind up just short. He had it on line. It ran out of gas at the end, and this will remain an 11-point spread. Well, now they'll start 3 yards shy of midfield after that long 57-yard miss. On first down, Temple. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37, gain of 9.
So from the 37, here's 2nd down and 1.
They'll keep it on the ground. Temple, and he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Now a handoff up the middle. Fulton, and the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39.
Now Lawrence.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Barnett. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. Just a gain of a couple there. And that'll bring up 4th down. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. And his kick is good. And that'll make this an 8-point game.
So 3 points, maybe not a grand prize at this stage, but it does get them back within 1 score.
It certainly does because now they stay within shouting distance, so that means everyone on your sideline stays engaged in this game. They know they still have a shot.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive, missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you know, you've put something out there, you've given yourself a chance, you're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the post. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going.
A run up the middle with Irving.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
88 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Here's a handoff to Irving.
And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. On play action, they'll throw.
This one taken in by Stover. And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's 2nd down. All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center because, remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion. And sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
From the gun, Bigsby.
And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
And that will be incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Now Justin Tucker's out to try the field goal. This will be from 49 yards out. Tucker's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So the lead grows here incrementally, but I think the way their defense is playing, you feel okay with just getting 3.
They've definitely been stout so far, but now that can all change because if one guy gets loose for 70 yards, this is a different game. But as it stands, field goals are good. Just keep adding to that lead.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They'll run on first down.
Fulton.
He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. So it's a quarter that saw these two teams trade field goals here as we've reached the end of 3 quarters of play.
This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. Well, Lawrence going to move him around a bit.
Right back to him on first down. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
This 2nd and 4.
They'll keep it on the ground. Temple, and he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
From the 4 now, 3rd and goal. They'll try again.
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 8 on the year.
And the Jaguars have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
So here we go now as the Jaguars will go for 2.
Lawrence going to look to throw for it.
And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback. Because to me, he's got to take over right now by word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My high school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. They go play action here on first down. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball.
2nd and 9 now. He gets this complete to Shaheed. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 20-yard line.
He'll look to throw.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Just because you've got the lead in the 4th, it doesn't mean you have to play it safe. I like the aggressive play call there to push it downfield. That time, it didn't work out.
On 2nd down, Irving.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Irving. Touchdown. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the first and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's first and 10.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
Now second down and a few inches.
Up the middle they go. Temple, and he'll go down at the 28. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
They'll come up first and 10 here.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down.
And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. Here's first down.
They'll keep it on the ground. Temple. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. On second down, they'll run it here. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line.
Well, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Here's first and goal.
They'll try to run this one in. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
On second down, here's Lawrence.
And he floated one out there incomplete.
And now the focus is really clear. They need to get that first down and either get out of bounds or maybe use one of those timeouts.
This crowd doing all they can. Here's third and goal.
Now the first carry here for the running back.
I know this is your spot, partner, so forgive me for jumping in, but there's no decision right here. They have to go for it in this situation. They're down on the scoreboard.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
Now a handoff up the middle. Branch.
And he is going to have a first down here. And that should be the one that seals a victory.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Max 50.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game.
Backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
Out of the gun now on third down. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away.
Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros. Taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. And Charles, you know what coaches always tell us. We want to win our home games. That much we know. We want to protect our home turf. They got that done in this one.
Exactly right. When you start a season, everyone's goal, win all of your home games, split your road games, and you're likely going to be in the playoffs. But when you win at home, boy, what a great feeling that is. You don't even mind if people are at your house when you get home after a win like that.
So for London, they continue to make their case for the playoffs.